flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Laurel High students, staff, parents, family, and distinguished guests. Welcome to our 61st annual Senior High Academic Awards Assembly. This morning we take the time to honor the hardworking men and women at Laurel High School. For the underclassmen, it is time to watch, learn, and strive to be one day on this stage. As we honor our seniors, let's remember to do so in a dignifying manner. At this time, Mrs. McClellan, it's time to begin the show.
Good morning and welcome to our 61st Annual Academic Awards program here at Laurel Middle High School. It has been a long-standing tradition at Laurel to celebrate and recognize academic excellence within the senior class. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that when it comes to the scholarship recognition for the seniors, those acknowledged in this program include mostly scholarships sponsored privately through the local, state, and national organizations. And you can see some of those listed in your program. But I would also like to thank aloud our local community sponsors for this year. Members of the audience who represent any of our local sponsors are welcome to stand and be recognized when I announce your name. Anderson Brother Tools Company Incorporated, Apple Grove Veterinary Clinic and the McKissick family, Dean Natural Vending, the Rogers family in memory of Herb and Luella Rogers. The donations from these local businesses help to fund several of the awards for the class of 2024. I would like to emphasize, however, that many of these seniors are also receiving merit scholarships from their continuing education institutions. These merit scholarships are usually awarded based on academic achievement and can amount to thousands of dollars. So at this time, I would like to begin our recognition program by asking any of the seniors on stage or in the auditorium that have been awarded any merit scholarship from their intended educational institution to please stand at this time. Spectacular. Now let's show them our appreciation for all their hard work. From this podium, Mr. Pertile and I will introduce the award presenters, and they in turn will introduce each award recipient. We will announce most of the private scholarships in the first half of the program and then move to the high school merit scholarships. Then we will end our program with our grand finale, which is recognition of our honored graduates. All award winners are asked to line up on the carpeted edge of the stage when there are several recipients on stage at one time. Students are asked to spread out evenly so that everyone can be seen. In addition, the audience is asked to please hold your applause until all of the recipients for that category have been recognized on stage. Now that some of our housekeeping items are out of the way, let us begin our program. I would like to introduce as our first award presenter from Daffin's Candies, Mrs. Jeanette Whitehead.
Good morning. Daffin Athens has proudly been serving the Shenango Valley and surrounding areas since 1947. In an effort to support the districts that fundraise through Athens and to encourage our youth, Athens has chosen to award a total of 27 scholarships throughout the participating districts. Specifically, 5 nursing, 5 technical or trade school, and 17 to those attending a college or university. Each recipient must exemplify good character, be in good academic standing, and have demonstrated service. Today, on behalf of Athens and the owner Gary Sigler, I am honored to announce that one of the nursing scholarships will go to a student from Laurel High School. Receiving a nursing scholarship valued at $5,000, this year's recipient is Kendra. Thank you.
Mrs. Nicole Columbus, Assistant Principal, is our next presenter.
I am honored to present the Gift of the Rainbow Art Award on behalf of the Laurel Elementary School. We have been presenting this award to a deserving student for 17 years now. The idea behind the Gift of a Rainbow is to provide promise and hope for people, especially after a tragedy, to keep that idea alive. This award is presented to a student who shows outstanding achievement through their artwork. This student's hope and promise can be shared with everyone through their creativity and originality. This year's Gift of Rainbow Art Award for Outstanding Achievement in Art goes to Charlene Nooner.
I now have the pleasure of welcoming Dr. Andrew McKissick and Mr. Michael Kroll from the Laurel Community Foundation to bestow some prestigious awards to several of our outstanding seniors.
Good morning. On behalf of the Laurel Community Foundation, I wish to congratulate these members of the class of 2024. We wish you all the best of luck. Also, I'd like to congratulate the parents and relatives who are here today, because I know how much support you've given your children, your friends, your loved ones, and that does not go unnoticed, and I'm sure it's very much appreciated by these graduates. I'm being assisted today by Dr. Andy McKissick. Dr. McKissick is employed at the Apple Grove Veterinary Clinic. Andy is Dr. McKissick. Usually it's good Andy, sometimes it's bad Andy. He is a 1997 graduate of Laurel and an 05 graduate of the Michigan State School of Veterinary Medicine. And he's been with the foundation for well over 10 years. And we are proud to award $2,300 to our graduates this morning. And I'd like to thank all of our supporters from the foundation, and especially the staff, because through payroll deduction, they contribute very generously to the foundation. So I wish to thank the Laurel staff for their support and contributions. And at this time, I'm going to turn the podium over to Andy, and he's going to make the presentations. Dr. McKissick.
Thank you, Mike. We have 2 scholarships. The first is we call our Super Spartan Scholarship. Years ago, we designed these to try to find a really well-rounded member of the graduating class. Great academics, great involvement, both from a community service standpoint throughout our community, and also involving with sports and other year's group was a fantastic group that made the job of the committee very difficult. Several very, very talented, wonderful interviewers. And so, without further ado, we'd like to say that our super Spartan for the class of 2024 is Sydney Alfair. Our second one, the community service. Very similar criteria we used to choose, and we still wanted somebody who was academically great achiever, also very, very involved with extracurriculars, but we try to put more focus on community service, being out there and helping others, whether it's through church groups, 4-H groups, or just their own volition. And so we felt our best deserving individual this year was Aiden Harris. As I mentioned, this group was a fantastic group, made this job very difficult, and part of that was a big part of our rubric as we decide things is the actual interview. And grades and everything else, they kind of even out a lot of times, but a lot of times we have 1 or 2 individuals that really set themselves apart as far as being able to engage us, communicate clearly and effectively. But this group was absolutely fantastic. And so we wanted to change things up a little bit and acknowledge we had several very deserving recipients. I'm going to turn the mic to Mike. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I stole his job. We have 3 total, and our first acknowledgement is Miss Kayla Carlson. Our second is Samantha Pemberton Record. And finally, Miss Kendra Ruberdell.
It was just very coincidental that the interview team interviewed the 7 or 8 individuals right after they did the senior project senior interviews. And I just wanted to add something, how important it is to take this opportunity very seriously. And I'm talking to to the other students here, because there's always money there. Right now there is money tied to these interviews. Okay, so don't take that senior project lightly. Okay, and more importantly, those interview skills are going to help you later on in life to secure a job, to get promoted, and just to enhance your ability to strive and to be successful in the world of work. So do not take that lightly. Prepare for it and really enjoy the opportunity, because it's going to pay off in the long run. So that was just, Mr. Lake asked me to emphasize that with the students present. And I wish everybody a lot of luck, and again, congratulations to the class of 2024. Thank you.
Jack Butts was a local businessman, philanthropist, and humanitarian. He began a scholarship years ago to recognize one senior from each Lawrence County school who exemplifies the spirit of a humanitarian through community involvement. We are very pleased to recognize Cindy Alfera as the Laurel recipient of the 2024 Jack Butts Humanitarian Scholarship. Well earned, Cindy. The family and friends of Harry Kriske and Clem Kriske created a scholarship We are pleased to present this year's Kriske Family Nursing Scholarship to Kendra Roberto. Congratulations, Kendra. Up next to present several awards is Mrs. Kristen Clairman, our choral teacher. The James Hellier Memorial Award is given to the choral student who exhibits the drive to improve the program, leadership skills, and an overall love and enjoyment of singing. This year's recipient joined the choral program this school year. Within the choir, she has established herself as a leader within the soprano section and also served as vice president of the choir this year. Her personality and enthusiasm to keep everyone working hard will be missed next year within the classroom. The recipient of the James Hellier Memorial Award is Nan Hunt. The Choral Merit Award is given each year to the senior who has made the biggest impact on the choral program within his or her years in the program. This year's recipient has been a member of the choral program for 8 years. She was also a junior high district chorus participant. She has been a strong alto and has been featured in the musical throughout her many years on the Laurel stage. She also served as president of the choir this year. Her drive, leadership skills, friendliness, and enthusiasm have helped to make the choir a success, and she will be greatly missed next year. The recipient of the Choral Merit Award is Isabella Audio. At this time, Mrs. Lori Heights, home economics teacher, will announce the next award.
Good morning. I'm here today to present the Home Economics Merit Award, sponsored by Dean Natural Lending. I didn't write anything down. The girls already know from this morning that I get very emotional. It's a hard time for me. This is just a special class, and there's been quite a few people in this class that I've become very close with. So it was not difficult to pick the award, but this award could have went to 4 different people. So I kind of narrowed it down, and this girl that's getting this award today really impressed me as a 7th grader. As you can see by those on the stage, it didn't hurt her academics at all, but she loved to come in during study hall and wash dishes. That means a lot to me as a 7th grader, for the 7th graders. So after that, she asked if she could come in and help me with my 7th grade class as she got a little bit older, so she came in and she acted as an aide for a couple different years, took some of my classes, and has just been a great influence and a great help all through her years here at Laurel. So I get emotional, so I didn't want to drag it out too long, but this award goes to Kayla Carlson.
Mr. Ryan Whitehead, technology education teacher, will present the next recognitions.
Alright, good morning. As I was tying my tie this morning, I realized that I'm dressed almost as stylish as Mr. Bartosz. I feel like I did a pretty good job. It's that time of the school year again. I hope that when you guys look back, you remember all the good things that happened. I wish you nothing but the best and congratulations to the senior class. Today I have the honor of presenting a few awards. The first award is the Tools Materials Process Award. This award goes to a student that has shown the ability to create exceptional woodworking projects. Not only has she learned how to use traditional woodworking machinery, but has also incorporated lasers, CNC routers, and computer-aided drafting into her projects. The student stays busy in the shop, makes the best use of her time, and has a great work-life ethic. Congratulations, Brian Hill. The next award goes to the computer-aided drafting. The amount of dedication and desire for perfection that this student has is amazing. The student has incorporated computer-aided drafting and engineering skills into all of his projects. He has learned how to use 3D printers, lasers, and has learned how to real-world problems. He learns how to fix things all the time by using high-end technology. I thank you for all your help, and I'm very confident that this student will succeed in the engineering field. Congratulations, Aiden Martis. All right, final one. I have the honor to present the Entrepreneurship Award. For those of you unaware, we have a class here for entrepreneurship where the students basically run a business. Without this student, sometimes I'd be lost. One of her number one priorities is always make sure we met our deadlines. She's helped make orders, made various t-shirts, and is always trying to keep the t-shirt room clean. I thank you for everything you've done this year, especially keeping me organized. Congratulations, Mackenzie May.
Congratulations to all of the technology education recipients. I will now relinquish the podium to my colleague, Mr. Matthew Pertile, who will announce the presenters for the second half of our awards program.
The Pratt's Nursery created a scholarship to recognize a senior student who displays a unique blend of strong character and academic achievement. The 2024 Pratt's Scholarship is awarded to Hunter Cavalca. The Kilden Lodge Public Craft Scholarship is given by the Pennsylvania Masonic Lodge in the 26th Masonic District. This year's recipient of this award is Isabella Adia. Mrs. Dawn Skirbitz, business and computer teacher, will present the next two awards.
Good morning. I'm pleased to present two merit awards today for senior business and computer students. My first presentation is the Accounting Merit Award. With a 4-semester average in the upper 90s, this student has demonstrated excellence in all her work, which, by the way, has also earned her college credits from Seton Hill University. I'll describe her in a few words: diligent, hardworking, meticulous, detail-oriented, and she's also enthusiastic about accounting. It's been a pleasure to see her smiling face in my accounting classroom this year, and I wish the very best to Hannah Seifert. Hannah, I'm happy to say, will pursue an accounting degree at Slippery Rock University after graduation. My second presentation is the Computer Merit Award. I'm pleased that this student has taken 2 advanced computer courses with me, web design and Python programming, and has earned college credits from the University of Pittsburgh for his efforts, which were very nearly perfect, by the way. Computer work also requires diligence, high-level problem-solving skills, and attention to detail. Michael Avery is this year's Computer Merit Award winner, and I wish him the very best as he leaves Laurel to pursue a psychology degree at Slippery Rock University after graduation. Thank you.
Up next is Mr. Donald Rogers, retired Laurel mathematics teacher. He will present the Mathematics Merit Award.
I'm honored to be presenting the award for the mathematics department this year. Last year, the award was renamed to the Herb and Luella Rogers Mathematics Merit Award. My sister Nancy, my brother Ernie, and myself are pleased to be sponsoring this award in memory of our parents, who are very strong supporters of Laurel and in making the most of one's education. The Herb and Luella Rogers Mathematics Merit Award goes to the senior with the highest grade point average in their 6 years of mathematics, courses including AP Calculus, while they were here at Laurel. I had the pleasure of having this year's recipient in pre-calculus last year and noted many of the same qualities that the AP teacher noted this year. Ms. Clark remarked that this student has been a pleasure to have in class In the AP Calculus course, they have excelled in the content. They were always willing to help their peers when they were stuck on a question, and this person has had a positive attitude towards learning new ideas and is always willing to do that work that is needed to succeed. You can always count on this student having their work done and be willing to ask questions when they needed it. The determination and motivation is what allows this year's recipient to be so successful in their mathematics classes as well as their other classes. It is my pleasure to award this year's Mathematics Merit Award to Caleb Miller.
At this time, Mrs. Heather Walzer, biology teacher and science department head, will announce the next award.
When given the opportunity to present our Science Merit Award, the science department, believe it or not, we do what scientists do. We follow the scientific method. We start by gathering data, from there we analyze, we conclude, and we communicate our findings. That's sort of my role today. I get to communicate our findings. So when scientists have a question we seek an answer for, we do seek out data. Now, for a merit scholarship, the quantitative scores are the things that you would most likely look at first, right? You're going to look at how many science classes did a student take, what are the final averages achieved, did he or she compete with the Science Olympiad team or the Envirothon teams, Connects Challenge, all sorts of things. How are the Keystone scores? What about the AP scores? Now, without surprise, a Science Merit Award recipient is going to check all of those quantitative boxes. The data I most like gathering is what we call qualitative data. These are the qualities of the subject, the memorable attributes that deserve our attention. I'd like to share some of the data about our recipient. Would Ben Doherty please come to the front of the stage? In no particular order. He's a man of few words in my class. Just gets the job done. He has an incredibly sharp mind. His ability to assimilate information in real time is ridiculous. These are direct quotes, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He is super funny. He was consistently the top scorer on exams nearly every time. And when Ben chooses to speak up, his responses are always very thoughtful and absolutely significant. It gives me great pleasure to award the Science Merit.
Every year, the Lawrence County School Counselors Association recognizes seniors who have gone above and beyond for their school. For 2024, the recipients of the Lawrence County School Counselors Association Award are Sun Heilman and Sydney Alfair. Up next is Mrs. Jennifer McGarrett, Social Studies teacher and department head.
The study of history serves as an unparalleled teacher, providing insights and wisdom that are often overlooked. These words were spoken by late American businessman, investor, and philanthropist John Laurel. As teachers of this discipline, our department appreciates students who care enough to not overlook the wisdom the past can provide. We value the students who have an interest in and passion for learning our curriculum. This year's recipient of the Social Studies Merit Award demonstrated this throughout his academic career. His social studies teachers reflected on the qualities that set him apart from his classmates when choosing him for this honor. I'm going to call this person to the podium now so he can hear the wonderful things that his teachers have said about him. So, Wyatt Dean. Enough to have Wyatt in class. So, Wyatt, here's what your past and present teachers have said about you. Mr. Dorosh. Wyatt's genuine interest in history and outstanding knowledge made him an excellent social studies student. In class, he asked thoughtful questions and provided insights that deepened our group discussions. His sense of humor, oftentimes expressed through clever hot takes on historical figures, was a great addition to the class environment as well. Wyatt, it was a pleasure to have you in class. Congratulations on this honor and on graduating high school. I wish you the best in these next exciting steps in life. Mrs. Scott, I don't know what's going on, is how Wyatt entered class most days in Honors History 10. It became one of the quotes of the year, along with Sidney Alferez's, "You can't be wrong unless you're totally wrong." He's on the Wall of Fame for having the highest overall grade in Honors US History 11, or US History, with a 99%. Patty Miles, on the day before I came back from leave, "Be prepared, your 7th period psychology class is obsessed with Wyatt. They have a group text and everything." And finally, Mr. Holzhauser. Wyatt Dean, where do I start? Wyatt can name more trees and characteristics about plants than most. He eats more expired snacks than anyone I have ever met. In class, he would understand and get my sarcastic humor or my intentional jokes that nobody knew were jokes. He was a joy to have in class, as he contributed to a positive environment for students and teachers alike. He is a free thinker who excels in history and politics. Wyatt is a very memorable student who I will not forget. He has made a significant impression on me with his personality and his academic skills. I am excited to hear how Wyatt will make a difference in the world. Wyatt, it is my honor to present you with this year's Social Studies Merit Award.
Up next is Mrs. Laurel Palmer, Agriculture Education Teacher.
The Agriculture Education Merit Award goes to an individual who has been active in the agriculture program here at Laurel all 4 years of high school. They must have excelled in their coursework, participated in the FFA, served as a leader, and completed the NOCTI exam. The recipient of this award has taken every single ag class we offer except for 2 and has earned an A in all of them. He also served on the officer team, was on the toy show planning committee, and qualified for the FFA public speaking contest at the state level. He earned a state-level Keystone degree and has an extensive supervised agricultural experience based on his market and breeding sheep projects, along with his paid placement at Lakeland Dairy. He also earned the highest score on this year's NOCTI exam, earning an advanced certificate. After graduation, he'll be attending Penn State University, studying animal science. The 2024 Agriculture Education Merit Award goes to Caleb Miller.
Mr. Scott Boyer, band teacher, will present the next award.
Music is your own experience, your thoughts, and your wisdom. If you don't live it, it won't come out of your horn. This quote from Charlie Parker is the first words you see before entering the Laurel Band Room. The Instrumental Merit Award is one of the highest honors in music excellence at Laurel School District. Qualifications for this include playing first parts in the senior high concert band, leadership attributes in both concert band and marching band, high achievement within the PMEA festivals, performance achievements both curricular and extracurricular, and a dedication and love for music. This student exemplifies all these marks and more. Her ability to interpret, rehearse, and perform music at an elite level makes her a standout in the trumpet section. She was one of the leaders on the marching band field as one of our drum majors. She was the lead chair in the Spartan Jazz Ensemble, which you heard earlier this morning. Additionally, the student auditioned and was able to perform in the following PMEA festivals: Honors Band, District Band, and Region Band throughout her time in Laurel. I am proud to present this year's Instrumental Merit Award to Ms. Anna McCosby.
The next senior I would like to recognize has completed all of the requirements for the highest rank in the Boy Scouts of America, the rank of Eagle Scout. Less than 2% of all young men who join the Boy Scouts achieve this high honor. Congratulations to Wyatt Dean. like to recognize the Laurel students who participated in the Lawrence County Distinguished Young Women Scholarship Program for the class of 2024, Sydney Alfera and Ava Conti. Sydney was the first runner-up and winner of the Interview Scholarship, and Ava was the third runner-up and winner of the Fitness Scholarship. Up next is chemistry teacher, Mr. Schellenberger.
A great scientist always begins with a healthy childhood curiosity about the world in which we live. He dedicates himself to observing his surroundings, recording experiences, analyzing events, and asking good questions. Hopefully, the young scientist then consults the knowledge of those who have asked similar questions and continues to pursue the truth with the help of mentors and colleagues. Understanding and solutions will not come easy, but he will continue to try again until success is achieved. This morning's winner for the chemistry merit came into my classroom last year as a junior with all of these qualities. He proceeded to earn high marks in chemistry lab and impressed me with his attention to detail and his confidence. He returned this year to take on the challenge of AP Chemistry with the same enthusiasm and continued success. On behalf of the McKissick family and the Apple Grove Veterinary Clinic, I'm proud to award the 2024 Chemistry Merit Award to Mr. Michael Avery.
Up next is Mrs. Elizabeth Ernst to present the Spanish Merit Award.
Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos en este día muy especial. Tengo el honor de presentar el Premio de Mérito en Español. The Spanish Merit Award is given each year to the senior student who most clearly excels with the Spanish language and displays a love for the culture of those who speak it. Because this class had some genuine Spanish all-stars, I had to do some homework, looking back in the records to determine which one truly earned this honor. My digging took me to the 2020-2021 school year, Spanish 3, 7th period. I loved the dynamic of this class. The interactions between the students always entertained me with how they encouraged one another to do their best work. It was a privilege to be their teacher. Looking at the 9-week grades, this year's awards recipient clearly took the lead, with the marks of 100%, 98%, 100%, and 99%, the highest in the class each marking period. The following year, Spanish 4 took place first period. I had the blessing of having the same group again in their 4th and final year of Spanish. This student continued to be a leader and earned high marks again, beating all of her classmates, who affectionately dubbed her Squidney. This student was a true leader from her comprehension ability to her speaking skill and interest in embracing the culture. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Sydney Alfera, this year's Spanish Merit Award winner.
Mr. William Allman, science teacher and president of the Laurel Education Association, will recognize the next recipient.
TV personality and a bit of a philosopher, Mike Rowe, best known from Discovery Channel's Dirty Jobs, once said, "Passion is too important to be without, but too fickle to be guided by," which is why I'm inclined to say, don't follow your passion, but always bring it with you. On the stage before you are many passionate students. They're passionate about sports, academics, a chosen career path, or their futures in general. I hope their passions will one day be brought with them to the best that life has to offer. For many, their passions will be brought with them across the country to different colleges and universities. Some will be drawn to our armed forces, while others intend to bring their passions and paths into the workforce, or through skilled labor and trades. I'm Bill Allman, the president of the Laurel Teachers Association, and it's my honor today to present an award to a student whose chosen path and passion are through the skilled trades. In my many years as an educator and coach, It becomes obvious that not every opportunity is presented with the proper college certifications. To quote Mike Rowe once more, opportunity usually shows up in overalls and looking like work. From speaking with this student's teachers, the same comments have come up time and time again. He's one of the hardest workers you'll come across. He'll bend over backwards to help whoever needs it. He steps up when others won't. I have no reason to doubt these educators, as I myself have watched this student walk past my classroom daily and take time to say, "Good morning, Mr. Rollman," while walking one way down the hall, to be shortly thereafter followed by, "Have a good day, Mr. Rollman." In 16 years, I've never had a student make that much effort daily, particularly to be kind to a teacher that he has never had in class. And I'm excited to see the opportunities unfold for this young man. Would Corey Wilson please come forward? Corey intends to advance his skills as a heavy equipment field technician at Casper, Colosimo, and Son Incorporated in Pittsburgh, as well as working with limo firms. Congratulations, Corey, and good luck with your passions and opportunities in the future.
At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize Benjamin Doherty. If he could please stand. Ben, they can't wait to clap for you. Of all of the brilliant minds you see up here, he was the only student recognized by the College Board as an AP Scholar for his performance on the AP Calculus, AP US History, and AP Chemistry exams. Will you please give him a round of applause? The next award will be announced by Ms. Megan Powers.
I'm happy to present the English Merit Award in place of Mrs. Garner. I started teaching her English courses in March in her absence, but it felt like a lifetime ago with the students and their personalities. I remember my first day teaching there clearly. I was learning the schedule and what the classes would be able to do, but when 8th period came along, I felt a little intimidated at first. I could tell each of the 9 students in that class wanted to be there, and they definitely belonged in that class. But that first day, I learned 2 things. First, I was immediately brought to my attention that Wyatt Dean is the whiz. And secondly, they're way smarter than me, only because I'm really bad at math and science. I was later informed that the class period has 8 of the top 10 students in its graduating class. I was extremely excited to be in that class, and I wanted to see the fun things we could do and push them out of their comfort zone a little bit. That they did with grace. My intimidation quickly went away as the students knew that accepted me in the classroom. They came to me asking questions about who I am and let me know who they are. But even with each of these students' hard work they put in every day, one student stood out to me. Her dedication in the classroom these past years, which is evident in her work ethic and her grades. Her kindness to everyone around her, and her love for literature outside of class was visible through our lengthy discussions about books we read outside of school. It is a pleasure having these discussions, and I'm honored to present the English Merit Award to Kayla Carlson.
Before we conclude today's assembly by recognizing the class of 2024 honor graduates, I would like to take a few seconds to thank several people who are responsible for this year's academic award program. Mr. Ed Novad and his custodial staff for the stage setup, Mr. Scott Boyer and the Laurel Jazz Band for the music performance, Mrs. Kristen Klingerman for singing the alma mater, Mr. Greg Walzer and his AV crew for the lights and sound, Mrs. Brenda Bessel for preparing all of the monetary awards. And finally, a special thanks goes to Guidance Office Secretary Mrs. Linda Barletto for the program layout, award certificates, and her long hours of hard work coordinating everything behind the scenes. If we could please give them a round of applause. We will now begin the ceremony for the class of 2024 honor graduates. Students, when your name is called, please come forward, receive your cords from Mr. Lake and Mrs. Columbus, and line up at the front of the stage. Audience, please contain your applause until all names have been said. Class of 2024 honor graduates cum laude. Cumulative GPA 3.5, 3.74. Emma Altman. Kylie Book. Autumn Boyd. Madison Burgess. Ava Conti. Mackenzie Cunningham. Christopher Fabian. Hunter Kavalka. Eva Kuth. Cameron McVeigh. Dylan Rossman. Zandon Schaefer. Harley Slippy. Natalie Vigiano. Colin Wilson. Charlene Yoder. These are your class of 2024 cum laude graduates. Magna cum laude, GPA 3.75 to 3.99. Skylar Anderson. Alexis Brua. Benjamin Pennant. Leanne Hunt. Emma Jones. Braden Lewis. And Hannah Seifert. These are the class of 2024 Magna Cum Laude graduates. Summa Cum Laude, cumulative GPA above 4.0. Sydney Alfaro. Michael Avery. Kayla Carlson. Adrian Creasy. Benjamin Doherty. Wyatt Dean. Dante DeJoven. Christopher Fandozzi. Aiden Vargas. Son Heilman. Mackenzie Main. Anna McCosby. Sarah McCosby. Caleb Miller. Samantha Record. Last but not least, Kendra Raperga. These are your Laurel Class of 2024 Summa Cum Laude graduates. The salutatorian for the class of 2024 is Kayla Carlson. And the valedictorian for the class of 2024 is Sydney Alfera. Please stand and one more round of applause for all of Laurel High School's class of 2024 honors graduates. If all of the honors graduates could please come back up stage. And that will conclude our awards assembly. Thank you everyone for attending.
As we conclude our 2024 Academic Awards Assembly, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our award recipients. Your dedication, hard work, and perseverance have led to these outstanding achievements, setting a high standard for all. A very special thank you to our parents and families for your unwavering support, and to our dedicated teachers and staff whose passion for education has made today's success possible. Remember, today's awards are just the beginning. Keep striving for excellence and supporting one another. Congratulations to our awardees. At this time, senior parents and senior award recipients, please remain seated while underclassmen are dismissed. At this time, I would like to dismiss grades 9 and 10 to class of grade 2.